Hey everybody, Marty here again, and another beautiful day in the shop o' blue. Unfortunately, I still haven't gotten new tarps for the shop, but hey, what are you going to do? At least it keeps the rain and the sun off completely. Got me a little window I cut on the side, so we're good to go. Thought what I'd do today is just give you a little heads up, show you what I've done, a couple of things that I've done and what I'm going to be doing today. In the shop. I started actually on this here. Let me show you this. That is the start of my post vise. I know it's not really post vise, but hey, what are you going to do? It will be when I'm done. Homemade, handmade post vise. I've already got it started. Just got to get the welder out of the pawn shop to finish it up, and a couple other things. It's made out of, I'm not sure what this is. It's tubing, but it's really thick, heavy-duty tubing. And what's going to happen, how it's going to work, is I'm going to have multiple tops. Pieces that fit down into the tubing and then come to about here, so the plate's going to end up right about here, right at the top here in front of the tubing, and so the tubing and everything will all be stable and sturdy and hardcore when it gets done. And they'll drop down, the plates will be in here, so I can either close it up flush or whatever needs to be done. So that's how that's hoping to work. And there'll be multiple pieces. I'm going to have multiple pieces depending on what I'm working on, square stock, round stock, whatever. It'll be able to hold different types of things, as well as anything I want. I'm going to make tops for. Phoenix, if you're watching this, thanks, Lauren, because I got the plans, the original plans came from him, or well, I don't know where he got them, but he posted them, and I adapted them for this purpose because, well, it's what I could get my hands on. So that's that. This piece of crappy looking thing is my bending tool. I'm actually going to be using this. This is a 1/2 inch bar, heavy duty too, let me tell you. Actually, I think that's 3/4 inch. I don't know what it is, tell you the truth. It might be an inch. I don't even know. I didn't measure it. I guess I could. Let me grab that. My crappy tape measure that I broke off at 3 feet, so now I have a yardstick. It's 3/4 inch. 3/4 inch round bar, and bend it just to put it in the vise and make a bending bar out of it. So when that works, it'll literally fit, and then I'll just bend it around, boom, make my pieces for my triangles, and that'll fit perfect. That fits perfectly in the vise. I just drop it down, boom, all good. And today, that's what I'm working on, is 1/2 inch square stock. I'm going to twist it and bend it and turn it into a dinner bell triangle. I traded my last one for the shop, and hopefully I'll be able to sell this one. We'll see what happens. But for now, I've got to get the forge lit. And I got that all covered up. Let me show you what I got done with that. I haven't showed you guys that one yet. Alright, there is the forge. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Forgive the noises and the camera movements. This is not a real good tripod. So there's the forge. As you can see, I painted it black. I actually got some high heat paint to paint it with to try and keep it black as long as possible. It's not going to work too long. I have had it fired up a couple of times. Unfortunately, the last time I had to leave in a hurry, and I had to douse the fire with water. So it's going to be a bit difficult to start this time, but as soon as I get that started, we'll show you how it's working. And that thing does suck through faster and quicker than anything I've ever seen. So, and it definitely sucks it outside. But that stack gets hotter than crap, and looks like I'm going to have to actually spend the money and get a real chimney stack, high temperature stack, just so I can keep that heat from melting away everything. So let me shut this off, and let me go back here to norm. Realign this. Alright. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. Let me try and find some paper to light this forge with. And I guess my head's being chopped off. Yeah, you'll live. You don't need to see my head. There. Now you can see my head. Anyway, let me get this forge lit up, and we'll get that going, show you how that's working, and then we'll show you what we're going to do. We'll get the camera moved around, and we'll get all set. We'll be right back. Alright, well, here's the disaster. I've actually moved everything back here. There's the vise. Unfortunately, there's where the holes are drilled for it, so don't have much of a choice as to where to put it at this particular point in time. So I'm just going to have to move some stuff around, and I'm still working on it. Space is kind of small, but there is the forge. I got it lit, and that is no air whatsoever going through right now at all, and as you can see, it is getting sucked back. So that's a good sign, and that's a good thing. It does work rather well. This is all coal right here that you can see. Originally I had it actually back up inside there as well, just so I could have enough, and it got way too hot. So I had to pull everything forward and leave that chamber back there empty, and it seems to work better anyway. But this is all coal right here. It'll burn down. I've actually got it, most of it coked up. So there's that. Let me show you what happens when I turn the blower on. It goes out, yeah, of course. Wait for it, but if you can see that smoke is literally getting sucked out. So as soon as that smoke clears and that's all coked up, because there is some fresh coal in there as well. As soon as that's all coked up, I will start heating the bar. I'm going to do the twists first. I'm going to bring this over here, show you this. Again, not my cigarettes. Here's a old crescent wrench, or old monkey wrench. And I just welded bolt to that. Pretty long one. It's about a little longer than the actual handle, so And it's welded on real good. I made sure of that. And that's what I do my twists with. I like that real well, as opposed to anything else. It you know, it works very well. I've got a handle on both sides, and I can use it for, well, pretty much any size stock. So, you know, adjustable is always good, and those are flat. So, all right, let me put this up here, this camera, back on the stand. And here's my vise. Let me just move this, angle this down just a tad so you can see what's going on. There we go. Can't see me too well, but that's alright. You don't need to see me, you just need to see what the work is. Here's the vise. What I'm going to do, move some of this crap. I really should just clean the shop, but it's been hotter than snot out here last few days. This piece here is for the top part of the post vise. There's the hole. I just got to make that bigger. I bent it. This is definitely solid. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere no matter what I do. All I did was cut it and bend it a little bit, and I'm going to weld the inside, put a bead inside there so it will hold even better, and then finish off that hole right there. And then I'll weld it to the piece, and the bar, the movable bar, get this in place, is going to set right about here where my fingers are. My thumb, there we go. Right about here where my fingers are, and I figure I'm going to have about 5 to 6 inch range in which I can move things. So here's a knife that I've started. Didn't finish. Just need to bend it down, shine it up, put an edge on it. Put a twist. It was just a railroad spike, as you can see. Put a twist in it for the handle. Looks pretty cool. I like it. I just need to finish it off. But as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff to do in the shop. Unfortunately, the heat has been terrible. I don't do well with heat. Very well. So, anyway, let me get this bar heated up, and then we'll get her twisted and show you what we got going. I'll be back. Alright, well, we've got the first section. I actually split this into 3 sections. As you can see, there's the twist. The first section, it goes to here, and that's still hot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave just a little bit of gap, and then I'm going to start on the second section, and then I'm going to do the third section as the same. It's going to have the ends. I'm actually going to, there's the tip for now. I'm actually going to heat that up, and I'm going to round that off, and so it'll look all nice and pretty. And then when I get all this done, then it'll be a nice looking little dinner bell, and then I can shine it up, and hopefully I can sell it off. So anyway, there's the first section, and as I said, it's hotter than snot out here today. It's not so bad today, but it can get that way. So anyway, I'm going to finish up this section. I'm going to do the next section of twist, and then we'll show you where we got when we get her all done. Alright. Well, look, the bar is just about ready. I've got all the twists done. And the bar is ready to be bent. And I'm going to do those bends right now. Sorry about not getting the camera on for the twists, but I had some issues with my forge. And, well, it didn't want to work the way it was supposed to. So, we're just going to bend this. There's one bend right there. I think it needs to go just a little bit farther. And then we'll heat up the other corner and get that last bend in there. Have her done. Trick is to get this thing just the right spot to heat just that spot. Sorry about the camera not being over here, but don't want to add any more coals to the fire, and it's getting just a bit low. So I'm going to leave the camera where it is at the moment. As you can see, the bending bar worked wonders. It warmed up a little bit, but for obvious reasons. I'm going to move it though. Drop it down all the way. It's an old vise, but it does the trick. Now this last bend is going to be a little tricky because it kind of got turned on me, but that's alright. I'll twist it back into place. I just need to get the bar heated up. As I said, my coal's getting a little low. So I'm losing some of my heat. It's taking just a little bit longer to heat that piece up, that section up that I need. But it does do the trick. That, and now the blower sounds like it's actually blowing a lot. It's not. I've got a one of those flexible dryer vent pipes on there, and I got some slits cut in it to reduce the airflow. Eventually I'm going to refinagle that whole thing, but for the meantime it works. Not as much air pressure, but still does the trick. And as soon as that heats up the temp, I can get that bar out of there and bend it, and we'll have the triangle almost completed. Well, the triangle part will be completed. It'll be a triangle. Alright, here goes nothing. And that's what it looks like now. I just gotta put a bit of a twist on it. Finish it off. There we go. It's hot. And when I say hot, I mean it's burning my damn glove hot. Open it up a little bit. Almost done. Just a little tweaking on it. Let me get my other glove. Alright. Well, it would seem that I need to heat up the other corner and open it up a little bit, which is going to get more difficult here. So, as we can see, as we have learned, nothing goes to plan the very first time. But that's okay. That's how we learn. We make our mistakes, and then we learn. From those mistakes. And hopefully this one isn't going to cost me too badly. I think it'll be alright. I have my vice grip. I can grab a hold of that thing with that. And should be able to tweak it as I need. Alright, let's hope this works. Frankly, I'm worried about it. That's really hot. Alright, well, now I just need to straighten it out and finagle it a little bit. But for the meantime, there is our triangle. Not completed. Still got to do some bends and straighten it out. But for now, it's time to take a break. And we'll finish that up later. And we'll post a link. We'll just take some pictures and post the pictures. Let me turn this. So anyway, that's the project for today. Hopefully, like I said, I'll finish it up and I'll take some pictures for y'all, and I'll post a link along with this for the pictures. And yeah, it's hot out. Oh, sweat in my eyes. Anyway, now normally I'd have my glasses on already. These are my safety glasses, but they're also sunglasses. And I wasn't banging on anything, so I wasn't too worried about sparks flying. Anyway, I'm fixing to head out of the shop, back into the house where it's a lot cooler, where the swamp cooler's on. And, yeah, the swamp cooler's still on. And, we'll get this uploaded and let y'all see it. And then I'll get those pictures taken a little bit later, after it cools down. I get to pound on it a little bit and just straighten it out. And we'll show you what it looks like after it gets straightened out. And then in probably tomorrow or the next day, I don't know, it might be a couple days, but we'll get it when it's all finished, all bright and shiny, and you guys can see what it looks like. So for now, I'm Marty for Steel Ace Forge, and just remember, keep on forging.